Get your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.
Word makes it easy to create a table of contents for formal papers or longer documents. First, mark each title that you want to appear in your table of contents with one of the designated styles in Word: Heading 1, Heading 2, or Heading 3. Word can then automatically collect and display a table of contents based on the text you marked with each style. Word can also update this information if you make editing changes to the marked content after creating the table of contents. This can save you hours of revision time when working with long documents. First, mark the document's titles with one of the heading styles in the Styles button group on the Home tab of the ribbon. Alternatively, you can also select the text to include in your table of contents. Then click the Add Text drop-down button in the Table of Contents button group on the References tab of the ribbon. Then select which heading style to apply from the listing of styles in this button's drop-down menu. Start by going through the document and selecting the major or primary section titles. Apply the Heading 1 style to these main titles. They will appear in your table of contents as the main chapter titles. Next, find the subordinate section titles in each primary chapter and apply the Heading 2 style to these titles. These are Level 2 titles under the Add Text dropdown. If you have subordinate sections within these secondary sections, then you can select those sections titles and apply the Heading 3 style to them. These are Level 3 titles under the Add Text dropdown. After applying the heading styles to the document's titles, then click into the document to place the insertion mark cursor at the document location at which to insert the table of contents. Then click the Table of Contents button that appears in the Table of Contents button group on the References tab in the ribbon. To apply an automatic Table of Contents style, select one of the automatic Table of Contents styles from the button's drop-down menu. Alternatively, to create a custom table of contents, select the Custom Table of Contents command from the button's drop-down menu to open the Table of Contents dialog box and show the Table of Contents tab. Here you can customize the Table of Contents style. The top of this tab shows how your table of contents will print in the Print Preview section. Below that, there are options for changing the appearance of the printed version of the table of contents. To not print page numbers, then uncheck the Show Page Numbers checkbox. Page numbers, if enabled, are right-aligned by default. To print the page number immediately after the chapter title instead, uncheck the Right Align Page Numbers checkbox. Then select the desired style of Leader tab to connect the chapter titles to the page numbers from the Tab Leader dropdown. The Web Preview section shows how your table of contents would look in a web page. To remove the hyperlinks from a web table of contents, uncheck the Use Hyperlinks Instead of Page Numbers checkbox. The General section of this dialog box lets you change the general settings of the table of contents. If desired, you can select a different general format for the table of contents by selecting a different choice from the Formats dropdown. To display more than 3 levels in your table of contents, use the Show Levels spinner box to enter the number of subordinated levels to show in your table of contents. Note, however, that in addition to changing the levels to show in the table of contents here, you must also format those titles in your document by applying the additional subordinate heading styles like Heading 4, Heading 5, and so on, before they will appear in your table of contents. After setting all the options for your table of contents, then click the OK button to insert the table of contents. Note that the table of contents is simply a field. Like all fields, to toggle the display of the field code between the actual table's contents and the field's contents, click into the table of contents. Then press the Shift plus F9 keys on your keyboard to toggle its view.
Like what you see? Pick up your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.